Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, to short sell or not to short sell? That is the question with MAPS coach Christina Griffin. Please note this webinar is being recorded and you will automatically receive the webinar recording. If you have questions for your coach, please type them into the questions box located in your webinar taskbar. Following the webinar, if you have any questions about today's call or coaching programs, please email us at fasttrack@kw.com. That's FASTTRACK@kw.com. That's all for me, Christina. Take it away.
All right, Carlos, thank you so much. Hey, everyone, thank you for joining us, and I really appreciate it. Gosh, January 26, 2021, it's amazing where we are currently in this just amazing world. I wanted to share a little bit about me, and I'm going to make sure to share actionable content that you can walk away and implement into your business. So keep in mind, you're going to have this on the rewatch, and I may talk fast because I'm going to deliver a lot of content to you in the next 30 minutes. So thank you so much for joining us. I will do my absolute best to answer questions. However, please go ahead and email the MAPS coaching at the Fast Track email any questions that we did not cover, because I just want to make sure that you guys are taken care of. So to short sale or not to short sale? That is the question. So I personally have done a ton of short sales, hundreds of them. I've ran large short sale departments, and I still do short sales. A lot of you did short sales in the last wave. I still do short sales. Short sales are no longer a long sale. They happen in several weeks. So a little bit about me. I'm a survivor of abuse, cancer, divorce. Mom, dad, and sister, they all died 9 years apart. I've lost 200 pounds since I joined Keller Williams 3 years ago. I've lost everything and rebuilt, and I'm incredibly happily married. As you can tell, I'm giddy. Mom of 3 awesome kids with my miracle child. Huge, strong faith. COVID, I will tell you, in the last year, I've gotten real to get right in so many levels. It's amazing the things that happen when you coach people to get to their next level and you are coached by the right person. I am so thankful to be a part of MAPS coaching. Our team has sold over 4,000 homes. I've sold personally over 100 homes each year for the last 10 plus years. Our team covers mid-Florida. I'm a contributor, a survivor, and an overcomer. And I'm just going to share with you today things that you can implement in your business. Our upcoming course launch, I'm so excited about it. I want to tell you that we have 12 one-hour webinars, full content. The entire hour is nothing but content. Then I jump to the Facebook group and I answer questions. Tons and tons of walkthrough videos, and we create an incredible forum to teach you everything you need to learn and everything that you need to know in the distress industry. So I really am excited about this, and I hope that you follow this journey with us through this process. So you're going to learn from how to list a short sale to how to run an entire short sale department, working with investors, getting your offers accepted in a higher level, 40 plus different ways to prospect and create opportunities, things that you may have never thought about, how to become an REO agent, how to do BPOs. You are going to learn everything, and if you implement in your business, I promise you, you're going to impact a lot of lives in your community. So today we are talking about short sales. We're talking about short sales and how you can implement them in your business and how you can understand if you're going to short sale or not short sale. So first and foremost, I want to share a few resources with you. Black Knight, if you go to Black Knight, Just Google it. Black Knight is a free resource, and under their press releases every single month, they have an incredible comprehensive report that reports what's happening in the mortgage industry. So a few things I want to keep you focused on is the number of properties that are 30 or more days past due but not in foreclosure, 3.251 million. Number of properties that are 90 or more days past due but not in foreclosure, 2.146 million. 178,000 in pre-sale inventory that are bank owned. There's this shadow inventory, everything that we've heard about, and that's what that is. 3.429 million that are 30 more or days past due or in foreclosure. So what does that mean to you? And I'm going to show you what that means and how you're going to be able to implement that into your business. Okay, so this is a lot of words. What I want to share with you, the highlights of this is currently the moratoriums have been extended on Fannie and Freddie till the end of February. The eviction moratorium has been extended by the Biden administration till the end of March. They are trying till the end of September. USDA has suspended foreclosures till the end of March. What this means to you is we are January. We are 1 to 2 months out before these moratoriums being lifted. We need to become a community expert and impact our community in the biggest way possible to be able to show them what their options are. And we are going to walk you through all of these options. Now, my course doesn't start till March 9th, but as soon as you join our course, you're going to get put into a Facebook group, and you're going to have letters, and you're going to have a path to be able to start working on this, to be able to build your pipeline and impact your community in the biggest way possible. Okay, so I'm just going through a little bit of what is happening right now in our world because I want you to just have some context, content on what I'm going to share with you. So it just happened. They extended till the end of March. What does this mean to you? So you have such a massive opportunity on being able to impact the non-owner. So you can see right now they have about 14 million speculated that are in eviction. I've seen numbers as high as 40 million people that are in eviction. We have absentee owners that are in state. We have absentee owners that are out of state that they need our help. They need our help to be able to offer solutions to the tenants, as well as offer solutions so they can get out of the current situation right now. Because honestly, who knows if we're going to be extended on the evictions until September. We have so many owners that are in a situation that their tenants aren't paying. I'm going to teach you how to offer solutions to them, and it could be a short sale or it could not be a short sale, and I'm going to show you what the difference of that is. Okay, so I use a ton of resources. This is just one resource that I use. REDX has, in the last 30 days, there has been nationwide on the counties that they cover. And they don't cover all counties because some of the counties do not feed in to their system, and they have had moratoriums and they have not been easily accessible. There's 3,836 notice of defaults. Now, notice of defaults, I'm going to explain to you what that is. 4,496 list pendants for the counties that REDX has access to across the country. That's a lot of owners. That's a lot of non-owner occupants that really truly need our help, and that's just in 30 days, and that's with the moratoriums that are happening currently in our world. Now, I want to show you just something. Black Knight, the resource that I shared with you, Black Knight says 2020 ends with 1.7 million more seriously delinquent homeowners than at start of year. Foreclosures at a record low. What does this mean for you guys? What this means is there are a ton of pre-foreclosures. There are a ton of forbearances, and there are a ton of people that need our help, and our job is to offer solutions to them. And I'm going to teach you every step of the way. I personally have listed and sold thousands of distressed properties. So what I'm going to teach you are things that I've actually implemented in our business. My team personally, we sold over 400 homes in the last 12 months. We have learned everything the hard way, and I will tell you that we are going to show you what you need to do in this industry, in the distress realm of things. I currently represent a ton of banks. We have short sales in process, and we are working within this industry of the distress side of the business, and we will be able to help you achieve your goals. So guys, again, I'm talking fast because I want to be able to give you as much data as you can during this time frame. So real quickly, introduction to pre-foreclosures and forbearance. I want you to understand that pre-foreclosure means 3 consecutive months of failed payments. That also means if the forbearance agreement defaults, that goes into pre-foreclosure status. Agents can educate homeowner about their options. Our job is to understand their options. If you do not know what those options are, or you need a path to understand them, I'm going to teach you how to do that. Homeowners may already be in forbearance. So forbearance does not mean forgiveness. If they owe $200,000 on their home and they haven't paid their mortgage payment in 12 months, if they owe $200,000 on their home and they haven't paid their mortgage payment in 12 months and their mortgage payment is $2,000 a month, that's $24,000 added to what they owe. So that's $224,000. Then you have to add closing costs and commission. So I want you to understand that if they're in forbearance, you have to be able to factor that into their equity position on the house. And I'm going to teach you how to do that. Sale price in pre-foreclosure stage may be higher than the amount that's at the foreclosure sale. The stage of pre-foreclosure ends with notice of default. Notice of default is when it becomes public knowledge. You're going to get a ton of resources that you can go to. Make sure to always scrub the do not call. Every system that you use needs to make sure that the do not call is refreshed and they are up to date. And I'm going to show you the path and the way that you need to prospect safely within that realm. Now, what does pre-foreclosure mean for sellers? Potentially reverse the default status, sell at market value to settle debts, request forbearance. Some sellers are not in forbearance. So for you to become the neighborhood expert and be able to educate those sellers on the opportunity to potentially request forbearance, we sell their home to be able to save their credit and help them with that next step of their life. Sellers that are in forbearance are going to create multiple opportunities if we get to them as soon as possible. Sell as a short sale and go into foreclosure. You may have some sellers that just want to ride it out, and I'm going to advise you and help coach you through what that means in that current situation. So qualifying a short sale. What we need to know is seller owes more than market value. Seller demonstrates a valid hardship, and seller must severely financially be strained. Lender or bank must approve. What that means to you is if you have a seller that is upside down on their house, right now the valid hardship is COVID. If they are in a situation that they cannot sell their house, they cannot pay their forbearance payments, in most cases, they do not need to be delinquent on their home to do a short sale. So what you need to know, short sale or not to short sale, what that means to you is the seller has to not have any equity. So our job is to understand that those forbearance payments, even if they are in active forbearance, that gets added to what they owe on the property. So we need to request a payoff or have the seller request a payoff on the property to be able to understand what they truly owe. So guys, our short sale process is so simplified. I'm going to show you how to scale it on a big level if you want to create a short sale department for your team or your company or your individual business, or how to leverage third-party resources. Short sales are not overly complicated, and I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So the message to the seller is you need to outline their situation. You need to emphasize that the property is valued at less than what they owe. Use looming foreclosure as impetus. However, I want you to understand that not every seller that you're going to work with is going to have a foreclosure that's looming, that is close, and that's okay. Educate on credit impacts and lasting long-term impact on their life. We have done so many short sales in our group that the seller is not delinquent. It could be a situation where they're in forbearance. We sell the property if they're in forbearance currently and they have a little bit of equity. But guys, I'm going to teach you how to be able to sell the property now, and it could be a leaseback. So many of you may or may not know what a sale leaseback is. So if the seller is real close on their margins on what they owe in equity spread, you can request the new buyer to be able to do a sale leaseback on the property. And what that means is you're going to have a sale, and you're going to have that, it's called a post occupancy, depending on your state. It could be 30, 60, 90 days, where the new buyer will allow the current seller to live there for a month or two until they find their new property or they find that next step. Our job is to offer solutions to them to be able to allow them to get to that next step of their life. And I'm going to show you all of those different variables. Now, if they're in active forbearance and their forbearance payment is not due, we need to be able to help them sell their home now before they become in default. And that's going to create a future buyer very quickly. If not, we need to get them into a rental. We need to nurture them long-term to be able to help us help them, point them in the right direction, and nurture them and add them to our database to be able to create a future buyer and a future seller. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Provide them with options, emphasizing short sale benefits, and get them proactive. As you can tell, this is a really passionate subject of mine, and I really pour my entire heart into this course when I'm teaching you. And I'm teaching you things that we truly implement in our current business. Now, I want you to think outside of the box. Now, the reason I'm telling you this is you're going to have an opportunity in your state. You're going to have absentee owners in state or out of state that have properties, have current tenants in the properties. Now, why am I telling you this? Some of your sellers, they're going to have tenants, and those tenants may not be paying. You're going to offer a solution to that seller for options that they can either wait through the eviction process, or you can reach out to the tenant that's living in the property or advise the seller on how to do that and offer cash for keys. Now, what's cash for keys mean? Cash for keys is in 3 different facets of the distressed real estate business. Now, you have a seller that is non-owner and they're renting a property, and their tenant may have not paid on the property due to what's happening with the CDC eviction moratorium. Now, there's something called cash for keys, where we reach out to them and we say that the seller, and it could be first, last, and security, the seller is going to offer you funds to be able to move and relocate out of the property. Why are we doing this? It could be 3, it could be 6, it could be 9 months. There are so many unknown factors on when the eviction process can really happen. Our job is to be able to offer that value to our sellers and at least give an option. That cash for keys is a great way for the tenant to be offered opportunity to move out of the property. You can even help them find another property. And the catch is they remove their belongings, clean the property, and remove all their personal items. So that's going to eliminate the eviction costs. That's going to eliminate a lot of cleanup on the property. And that's a great way to be able to prospect to absentee owners and provide a solution to them to sell their home. Now, the next level that you're going to use that is a short sale. Now, short sale or not to short sale, if you have someone that is in a property that is upside down on the property and they need to short sale the property, many banks, many asset management companies and servicing entities will actually pay several $1,000s to the occupant to move out of the property. It could be $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 I've seen, and you put that as part of your short sale agreement. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that and how to structure that in your short sale negotiations. Now, you may be saying, you know what, I really want to be an REO agent. I want to figure out how I can list and sell bank foreclosures. Now, we're going to show you the entire process on how to get there if that's what you choose to implement into your business. Cash for keys is also that third step. That is, if you are working on a bank foreclosure and you get assigned a listing, our job is to reach out to the occupant that's in the property and offer them cash for keys. So cash for keys is a really great way to be able to work within your current business or grow into different levers of your business. And I show you that every step of the way. So I really hope you join us on our upcoming course. I want to go over a few different ways, if you're not aware of them, on how to prospect and how to obtain pre-foreclosure lists so you can really truly work in your area with sellers that are potential for either a short sale or close to being a short sale, that beginning distress phase of the business. And I equate a lot of that to an example is a divorce. So a divorce, you're going to get that initial paperwork, you're going to get served, and then at the end, the divorce is going to be final. The same thing with a foreclosure. You're going to get the notice of default, and then you're going to get the foreclosure sale. And I'm going to show you how to operate all in between and how to be able to create as much opportunity as possible. Now, you're going to have many different paid resources that we show you how to navigate those, public notices of auction, county clerk at the county recorder's office, paid lists, sites like auction.com, which is absolutely one of my favorites, and I'll show you how to operate within that, local newspapers, online. Now, if you're in a state that has not started their foreclosures yet, in some states, in about less than a week, the end of this month, they're going to start back their notice of default. A really great way for you to have that transparency is pull up delinquent property tax list. Those tax collectors list, and you can call your county tax collector and ask them, how do I pull people that are delinquent on their taxes? Many people that are delinquent on their taxes are also delinquent on their mortgage. Those are reporting, and they're reporting actively to the counties if the person that lives in the property does not have a mortgage that has principal, interest, tax, and insurance. Okay. So this is a short sale, and I'm going to just explain to you some of the steps around it. All right, so I have a simplified process, and when you join our course, you're going to get this entire process. But I want you to understand that a short sale is not difficult. A short sale is not like it was 10 plus years ago. Banks have simplified, asset management companies have simplified their process. It is a signed listing agreement. It's an addendum that is an addendum to the short sale, and then whatever agreements and state disclosures are required, as well as the multiple listing comments. Make sure that you have the right verbiage in the MLS so you don't lose out on the commission that you're going to receive. So that's what happens is you're going to do a listing with an addendum and you're going to market the property. Now, I want you to understand that depending on the bank, and we're going to navigate within this, and I'm going to show you what it looks like, but you have to understand many banks, HUD, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, they have requirements that the house has to be on the multiple listing for a certain amount of days, and the seller has to choose the highest offer. So I'm going to give you examples of what real short sale approvals look like. You have to always be fair, honest, and do the right thing for your seller. And it is a simplified process if you follow the directions that the loss mitigator, which is the person that represents the asset management company on the property, advises you. Now, what does this mean to you currently? Especially because I've got probably less than 10 minutes to explain to you, is you're going to get, as part of our course, every single form and document and step-by-step process that you need in a short sale package, from a hardship letter to how you have to process it, streamline systems, and how you can leverage third-party resources to be able to create an incredible short sale department for your team and your company. So what does that mean for you? Schedule, BPO, and appraisal. I want you to look at step 8. Step 8, I'm going to show you how to properly do a BPO and how to use that as a potential additional revenue source if you choose so. Now, I want you to understand short sale or not short sale. If you do go into the short sale division of things, that loss mitigator is the person that you're going to work with to help you negotiate the file. You're going to go to systems like equator.com. Equator.com, I've sold hundreds of properties on, working on the bank-owned side of things and the short sale side of things. Those loss mitigators, they can create future listings because they are a great opportunity to be able to work with them to create potential relationships, to also work with their bank-owned side of things. So I'm going to show you and share with you the scripts on how to do that and how to navigate within that. Okay, guys. Now, we only have a few more minutes, but I want you to understand that when you are prospecting for distressed real estate, I'm going to show you about 40 different ways to be able to prospect for distressed real estate. I want you to understand it's picking up the phone, handwritten letters, which I'm going to give you examples of handwritten letters that I've used for years, door hangers, post-it notes, pop-bys, postcards, and long-term nurtures. You're going to learn how to say certain things to be able to create those relationships and what to say. Now, I want you to understand there is so much opportunity. We have so many lives to impact. And really, truly, short sales, that's just a small facet. You're going to represent a short sale on the listing side and potentially the buyer side of things. Now, you need to understand how to ask on both sides of the spectrum on what questions need to be asked to be able to create the opportunity for your client. So we're going to navigate that on every level, and I'm going to show you what to do. So what I would tell you is have a servant's heart. I am very passionate about this. Short sales are truly something that are going to be in this next phase of what everyone says the real estate market's going to be. But I would tell you is The short sales have always been here. I've been doing short sales for over 10 years, but that's one facet of what you're going to learn in our course. And I'm going to teach you everything, every step of the way, from how to prospect, what to say, and really truly how to effectively execute on if it's a short sale or not and what options are available. So again, I hope you join us. I have future webinars that are coming up in Facebook Lives, and this just is a small facet on how you can impact and how you can change lives and learn how to help, have a servant's heart, and open your mind to the possibilities. So please reach out to Maps Coaching, and I hope you join us in our future course. Have a great day, guys.